Hello and welcome to NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday arrived in Paris for a two-day visit to France, where he will co-chair the third edition of AI Action Summit along with French President Emmanuel Macron. Prime Minister is also scheduled to address the India-France CEOs Forum along with Macron following his address. Prime Minister is expected to pay a visit to the War Cemetery in Marseille to pay homage to the fallen Indian soldiers in the First World War.
सबसे हाथ मिलाया मोदी जी ने। हम बहुत खुश हैं मोदी जी हमारे देश में आए इधर। हाँ जी हमने हाथ मिलाया, हम बहुत खुश हैं, बहुत खुश।
मैंने उनसे बात की है कि देश के ये पहले प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं जो सब धर्मों की बात करते हैं, सिख गुरुओं के जन्मदिन मनाते हैं, साहिबजादों के जन्मदिन मनाते हैं और सबको साथ लेके चलते हैं। सबका साथ सबका विकास। ये पहले प्रधानमंत्री है जो सबके धर्मों के लिए बात करते हैं।
और मैं चौथी दफा मिला हूँ मोदी जी से, मैं चौथी दफा मिला हूँ। मेरे को पहचानते हैं, बोलते कैम से
हमारे मोदी जी आए। भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय।
बहुत अच्छा लगा, हमने उनसे हाथ मिलाया, हमें इतना अपनापन लगा उनके साथ कि उन्होंने खुद से हमसे हाथ मिलाया, केमचो बोला, तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था। और हम उनके लिए रुके हैं, हमको सपोर्ट करने के लिए एआई समिट के लिए आए हैं। तो
Paridhi Bhanot, our colleague, is joining us from Paris with more details on this. Paridhi, it has almost become unanimous, something which we always see in Prime Ministers visit. Indian diaspora gets quite excited to see the Prime Minister, but it's an important visit, isn't it? This AI summit is an important summit, and with happening in France, India and France also have a very, close relationship. How do you see this summit and the visit in context with the bonhomie between both the leaders?
Absolutely, Ankit. You were just playing out some of those reactions from the Indian diaspora. It's not a departure from when the Prime Minister visits other nations in the world. That's almost the welcome that he receives each and every single time across the world. And so, it's no surprise that in Paris as well, the Indian diaspora has come together to sort of welcome the Prime Minister. And as far as the Prime Minister's visit itself is concerned, the sun has set in Paris, but it's not all over as far as the itinerary of the Prime Minister is concerned. He's just about to, I think, make his way to the Élysée Palace, which is the presidential palace where President Emmanuel Macron officially resides. And Prime Minister Modi is going to be a part of a state dinner that is being hosted by President Emmanuel, and perhaps that is going to be one of the key takeaways from today evening. That's something that we're waiting on. Other than that, Ankit, after dinner tonight, we believe we're going to have to wait until tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. local time, when the Artificial Intelligence Summit actually starts. So at 9 p.m., at 9 a.m., pardon me, local time, President Emmanuel Macron as well as Prime Minister Modi are going to be here right inside the Grand Palais where I'm standing right now, and they're going to be co-chairing the event. It's going to be approximately, I believe, a 3 to 4 hour summit. After which, like you rightly mentioned, there's going to be the India-France CEOs Forum, which is also going to be addressed by the Prime Minister of India and the President of France. Post that, Ankit, it's possible that there are some bilaterals that are on the cards, but regardless of whether there are other nations that India holds bilaterals with, one with France, of course, is definitely set to take place. And in fact, it's also going to be shaped up by the visit of Prime Minister Modi to Marseille later in the evening tomorrow to inaugurate the consulate there. So lots to look forward to, Ankit. Day one wrapping up, all eyes now on day two. And what day two brings is, of course, going to be the most exciting bit for the summit.
A very, short visit of the Prime Minister on his way to United States of America to France. Tomorrow is going to be extremely busy for my colleague, Paridhi Bhanot. Thank you so much at this moment for joining us with all those details. Moving on, Haryana BJP has issued a show cause notice to State Minister Anil Vij, asking him to reply within 3 days over his recent public statements against the party president and chief minister. Haryana BJP has issued this notice to Mr. Vij, and the chief of the Haryana BJP, Mohanlal Badoli, has asked for this response, citing the concerns over damage to party's reputation.
अपने मंत्रियों को कारण बताओ नोटिस जाता है, इनके अध्यक्ष के खिलाफ एफआईआर होती है। पूरी अंदरूनी खींचतान और लड़ाई बीजेपी में चल रही है। अनिल विज जी हरियाणा के अंदर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के वरिष्ठतम नेताओं में से, परंतु आज भ्रष्टाचार का सहारा लेने वाले नेताओं की भाजपा में कदर बढ़ गई है।
BJP has also sent a show-cause notice to Minister in Rajasthan, Kirorilal Meena, who has accused Bhajanlal government of tapping his phone and spying. BJP State President Madal Rathore has sent this notice and has said BJP has given you the ticket. You have been elected on a BJP ticket from Savai Madhopur constituency. You are also a minister in the government. Recently, you provided information about your resignation from the Council of Ministers in newspapers, and publicly gave statement in newspapers accusing the BJP-led government of getting your phone tapped, which is untrue. By making these statements, you have harmed the reputation of the party. Meanwhile, the BJP newly elected MLA from in Delhi, Vijender Gupta, has written to Lieutenant Governor over the Sheesh Mahal controversy, and he has said that Arvind Kejriwal illegally converted his old official residence into luxurious Sheesh Mahal by amalgamating 10 government residential properties in blatant violation of government rules. I urge the illegal encroachment on the adjoining government properties to be immediately ended and their previous status to be restored, and the culprits responsible for this illegal construction be given severe punishment. Ishika, my colleague, joins me with more details on this. Ishika, you know, this is something that the Aam Aadmi Party would possibly be wary of. Once out of power, the BJP has already promised multiple investigations against the previous government.
Well, yes, in fact, Ankit, you know, as you rightly mentioned, BJP MLAs, newly elected MLAs also, we are seeing, you know, already taking those issues that they had already promised in their manifesto, one certainly being the Sheesh Mahal Rao, and the BJP MLA Vijender Gupta, who was also, you know, earlier the leader of the opposition, has now written to the Lieutenant Governor saying that this, this alleged Sheesh Mahal was made by amalgamating 10 government residential properties. That was the blatant violation of government rules. And now he has written to the Lieutenant Governor saying that, you know, these other properties that have been included, they should be separated and restored to their original form. And also action should be taken on these violation of rules. And the culprits, they should be held accountable for this instruction. So now, certainly, again, we are seeing as soon as the BJP has got that a resounding victory, after that, certainly the Sheesh Mahal Rao has again been stirred by the MLAs. And in fact, this is the first letter by one of the MLAs that has now gone to the Lieutenant Governor. Remains to be seen what response will come from the Lieutenant Governor's office over this. Over to you.
Okay, thank you for joining us with all those details. Moving on now, after the Delhi debacle of the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress now, there is anger and dissatisfaction within the India group. In fact, Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy blamed the fragmented India bloc where everyone wants everything, while Shiv Sena mouthpiece Samna hit out saying AAP Congress tussle made things easy for the BJP. Will the India bloc now be intact is the big question.
The disunity and discord among opposition parties in Delhi and Maharashtra directly aided the BJP in its victory. If this continues, why even form alliances? Just fight to your heart's content. Just keep fighting amongst yourselves. India bloc split wide open. Sena UBT mouthpiece Hamna echoing the sentiment of several allies after the Delhi debacle for AAP and Congress. But the grand old party is in no mood to relent.
इस बारे में दिल्ली में जो हुआ अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का, वो क्या हम जिम्मेदार है? जब हमारे ऊपर केजरीवाल ने जिस तरह से आरोप लगाया था तब क्या उसका परिणाम आज क्या हुआ?
Though some Congress chief ministers are speaking out,
but everyone is expecting everything. That is the biggest problem. We have seen in Delhi, we have seen in Haryana. Kejriwal has disturbed in Haryana, where Congress has got defeat, and Congress has done something in Delhi. So ultimately, BJP is benefiting.
just after the results on the 8th, this cryptic post by JNK Chief Minister and National Conference Working President Omar Abdullah, a stark commentary on the state of affairs in the India bloc, which has been on a downward slope since the Lok Sabha polls. The Delhi drubbing for the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress, the third straight rout, has only made matters worse for the opposition alliance. Omar was also one of the first opposition leaders expressing his disenchantment with the bloc when he said that it's better to wind up the alliance if parties can't work together.
बदकिस्मती की बात यह है कि क्योंकि इंडिया ब्लॉक की कोई मीटिंग बुलाई नहीं जा रही है, तो इसमें कोई क्लैरिटी नहीं है, ना लीडरशिप को लेके, ना एजेंडा को लेके, ना आगे क्या हम रहेंगे या नहीं रहेंगे इसको लेके.
Congress's love-hate relationship with its allies has been one of the main factors for the alliance being in the doldrums. In Delhi as well, the party refused to ally with Aam Aadmi Party, and its leaders, led by Rahul Gandhi, made direct attacks on Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. The other allies backed AAP over Congress in the Delhi battle. The friendly fire burnt a decisive hole in AAP's tally, with the party losing at least 13 seats in Delhi, where the Congress vote was more than the AAP's loss margin, giving the party ammunition to fire back at its ally.
हरियाणा में भी कांग्रेस ने जो है आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ अलायंस नहीं किया, तो वहाँ भी नुकसान हुआ. तो इंडिया ब्लॉक को बहुत ज़रूरी है इस समय सोचने की बात, और कहीं न कहीं सबसे पहले इकट्ठे होकर इस पर वार्तालाप होनी चाहिए, कारणों में जाना चाहिए, क्या कारण है, क्यों हम बार बार जो है लूज कर रहे हैं.
Since Congress's drubbing in Haryana elections and Aghadi's rout in Maharashtra, it's been a rough ride for the India bloc. Allies have explicitly expressed no confidence in the leadership of Congress, with Mamata Banerjee pitching for the alliance's leadership. Will the Delhi loss push the India partners into taking a hard look at the alliance, or is it the beginning of its end? Bureau Report, NDTV.
With more divisions within the India bloc, political commentators now said the Congress is eyeing the space, lost space, I must say, in Bengal at the cost of Trinamool Congress. To Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister and the Chief of TMC, has dismissed the news during a meeting with her party workers.
Delhi elections impact. Another state lost by an India bloc party. Ripple effect of this result being felt in all opposition states. Take for instance West Bengal, one of the states with an opposition party at the helm, the TMC. Political buzz indicates the Congress is focusing on going solo and growing its own base in the state.
Modi!
If we analyze the post-result political arithmetic in Delhi, it shows that the Congress vote share helped the BJP trounce the Aam Aadmi Party in several seats. Political commentators say now the Congress is eyeing space in Bengal at the cost of the Trinamool Congress. As the BJP and the Trinamool Congress prepare to lock horns in 2026, sources say Mamata Banerjee has told her MLAs that the Congress is not a challenge to their party in West Bengal. She stated that next year her Trinamool Congress will come back to power with more than a two-third majority, and the Trinamool Congress is strong enough to take on the BJP in the state. She added while the AAP did not help Congress in Haryana, the Congress did not help the AAP in Delhi.
वो साइन बोर्ड हो गया है, वो पार्टी का कुछ नहीं है, वो पार्टी का साथ कोई नहीं है, वो करेगा खास करके हिंदू एरिया में करेगा, हिंदू वोट तोड़ के ममता को सपोर्ट करने के लिए. अधीर चौधरी का कैंपेनिंग में जो राहुल गांधी नहीं आया, उस दिन वो पार्टी खत्म हो गया है.
While the Congress still has a presence in Delhi, in West Bengal the ground reality is different. Beyond a few districts, the Congress lacks the organizational strength to take on the Trinamool Congress. And the Trinamool Congress is confident of a two-thirds majority in the next election. But given the tumultuous relationship it shares with the Congress in the state, despite being a part of the India alliance, the Trinamool Congress is watching Congress's every move very closely. With camera person GD Shankar, In Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
Passengers broke the glass of more than dozen AC coaches of Swatantra Senani Superfast Express of Samastipur Railway Division. The incident is reported to have taken place at the Madhibani railway station. The passengers travelling in the train informed the Samastipur RPF about this during the time the train remained stationary at the station for about an hour. There was anger among the passengers travelling in the AC coaches. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated the 2025 edition of Aero India at the Yelahanka Air Force Station in Bengaluru. This is Asia's biggest aerospace and defence exhibition. This year, there are more than 900 exhibitors. 90 countries are participating, with the participation of 30 defence ministers from various countries.
Testimony to the emergence of India as a defense export nucleus, India has seen 31 times growth in the export of defense products in the last 10 years as compared to financial year 2013-14. Friends, we have continuously revised and updated our defense product lists, which the aim to encourage more players to enter defense production.
Now, news from the Adani Group, an important initiative in the healthcare sector. The Adani Group has partnered with US Mayo Clinic for new hospitals in India. Adani Group has launched the Adani Health City, with first hospitals to be built up in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Gautam Adani took to X to share the details. Mr. Adani said Adani Health City is pioneering world-class medical research, affordable healthcare and education, starting with 2 1,000-bed hospitals and medical colleges in Ahmedabad and Mumbai. Its mission is to bring cutting-edge medical innovation across India. Meanwhile, some international news. Hamas says it's delaying the release of Israeli hostages until further notice, accusing Israel of breaching the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Hamas alleges despite the agreement with Israel, there has been continued shelling in Gaza, as well as failure to allow humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. Israel has slammed Hamas, calling their actions a violation of the obligations to release more hostages. The defense minister of Israel has told IDF to prepare at the highest level for any scenario in Gaza, adding Israel would not allow a return to the reality of October 7th attack. Meanwhile, news coming in from Bangladesh, where mob attack at a book fair for displaying Taslima Nasreen's book in Bangladesh. A tense situation has developed at Bangla Academy book fair for displaying Taslima Nasreen's book. A group of agitated people besieged a stall at the Amar Ekushe book fair this evening over the display of the book written by controversial author Taslima Nasreen, who is in exile in India. With that, we are slipping into a short break. News and updates will continue here on NDTV.